Well, hey everyone, good morning. My name is Brando. Nice to meet all of you. I'm the marketing director at Oakmont of Mariner Point. We are located in Alameda. I think all of you, I think mostly everyone here is familiar with our location. We're located at Mariner Square, so beautiful location, right by the water, views of the Oakland estuary. Cardinal Point, which Darina is going to be speaking about here in just a bit, is next door to us, just across the street. And I apologize, but they're doing some gardening work out here, and they're using the water, and I can hear it. Can you guys hear it? Um, so hopefully that'll go away soon. So I apologize, but yeah. So um, I basically help families from the initial inquiry all the way through the process of assessing and all the way through the day that they move in. So I'm literally there step by step, helping someone with that whole process, whether that is, assessing if, their financial situation or if they're going to need assisted living or memory care. If the family decides that they do need any of those type of services, then at that point they would make a deposit for an available room if we have that, and then my nurse would do an assessment. And after the assessment, we really want to make sure that we can accommodate a resident at our community. So that's really the purpose of the assessment. And really after that, the move-in process is really simple. Someone signs a contract, they fill out paperwork, and then they move in. So that whole process sounds like a lot, but we've actually done it in one full day before with someone. So just wanted to throw that out there, and just wanted to talk a little bit about Oakmont. So Oakmont is, a recognized leader in the senior industry. We provide luxury senior living. My building focuses more on assisted living and memory care, whereas Darina will speak a little bit more. They do provide some level of assisted living at Cardinal Point and independent living as well, but I'll let her kind of speak about that in just a moment. Yeah, Oakmont. Just a brief story about us. The owner was a custom home builder for many years and transitioned into building senior living communities. And then what happened is, as an architect, as a builder, he's selling these beautiful buildings to these different senior living companies, but then he's seeing that they're not being managed well. Like, that's his art piece. So he decides to create his own management group, which is Oakmont. That's who I work for. And that's how Oakmont was formed. So he bought some of the buildings back. Cardinal Point was one of them, by the way. And so that's how Oakmont was formed. So that's really what we really focus on is excellence. If you visited us before, that's extremely important. So, just a few things, I guess, what would make Oakmont of Mariner Point a little bit unique is obviously our location, right? We're right by the water. A lot of people really move here just because of the waterfront apartments. Really beautiful. Residents can go out for really nice walks. We're surrounded by marinas. So that's really nice. And then, you have shopping centers close by. Casa Pelican is next door. That's always nice if they want to grab a bite to eat. And also just the excellence factor. That's super important here at Oakmont. Details as you walk in, it's going to be clean, it's going to smell good, you're going to be greeted, and that transitions to how residents are cared for at the community. Excellence really matters, and details at Oakmont. Um, and then also, and oh, just with that, I just thought about a story of two police officers. They were looking for placement for their loved one, and they literally toured every community in the Bay Area, every community. And they're cops, so they're going online and they're looking at reports, right? Because a lot of these communities, our reports can be found online, and they decided to land here. And they said, yes, we love the location, but what was really important to us is how you guys treat your staff, how the residents are treated here. and just our experience as we walked in. And I would say that's another part of that makes Oakmont, unique, and you'll experience this at Cardinal Point as well. It's just the staff. You walk in, everyone's so friendly, and that's one of the biggest feedbacks that we get as families towards, like, you guys are literally some of the nicest, kindest people. But that's really, customer service is extremely important to us here. And I just thought about another family who they're about to move in here in the next couple of weeks. Their mom and dad will be moving here at the community. And they were, again, touring many places, and they were looking for a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, we only have a studio that's going to become available. And there were other communities that had 2 bedrooms available, but they decided to take a studio because they're like, this is where we want to land. We're willing to wait for the 2-bedroom. But it comes back to that experience, right? When they walked in, there's just this energy that you're going to feel here at Mariner Point that I believe is not felt in other places. And we're homey. I mean, we're smaller than most communities. We're boutique. I did want to take you on a quick virtual tour for those of you who have not toured our community before, or Oakmont's completely new to you. And I also want to open it up to questions. So feel free to ask questions as I'm showing you around. I definitely want it to be like interactive.
Hi, Brando, a quick question. So is Oakmont like a skilled nursing or assisted living? What is it?
Yeah, thank you. Great question. So we are assisted living, memory care, and independent living. We do not have skilled nursing here. So, and maybe to make a distinction as well, we are not a medical facility. Although we have nurses on staff, we can provide high levels of care. But if, for example, someone has a feeding tube or they need an IV, they're going to skilled nursing. They're not going to be here receiving that type of service. Now, when they get better, hopefully that IV and that feeding tube is temporal. Whenever some of those things are removed, then that's when they come back. So I have residents that, will go to skilled nursing for a medical, issue for a week or two, but they'll always come back. And that's kind of normal here, but this is their home, right? This is, so, like Janet provides, home care assistance is an option of senior living, right? You can stay home or receive care there. We're just another option. Whereas, you don't have to stay home. You can go in a community, receive some of that social stimulation. So we're just another option for senior living. That's really what we are. And sometimes it is better for you to stay home, honestly. And then other times, people are just sitting home alone and they're in front of the TV for 12 hours a day and not healthy at all. There's no engagement whatsoever. So being in a community is going to provide them, that social experience that they really need, especially at the stage that they are in their life. Does that answer your question, Cheryl?
It does. So assisted living, meaning like you take care of their food and you do have nurses that maybe administer medication.
Yes. So when someone pays to live at Oakmont, when they receive a bill, it comes split in two. So you have your monthly rent and then you have your monthly care. Not everyone pays for a care because sometimes I have a resident that moves in and they're more independent. So they're only paying for monthly rent. So let me tell you what the rent includes. So when someone moves in here, they obviously have their apartment. It comes with the room, all utilities, cable TV, internet. They're receiving housekeeping weekly, laundry services weekly. All of their meals are included. They also receive transportation 7 days a week. We have 2 shuttles on campus and we have a Cadillac. All the activities, all the events, the pendant alert system. And that doesn't include all the amenities, right? We have a movie theater on site, a fitness center, a beauty salon, and I'll show you some of these scenes here in just a bit. All of that is is included in monthly rent. Now, if someone moves in and they need assisted care, for example, like you said, Cheryl, medication management, insulin, dressing, showering, grooming, those are care fees. And we have a point system and a care level that my nurse would use in the assessment to give them an idea of what care would look like. So just to give you an idea, on average, residents are paying around $2,000 for care. Now that means that some are paying higher and then some are paying zero. That's just an average of everyone in the community of care that they're paying for. But not everyone pays for care. If someone is completely bedridden, they need care for everything, and they're probably going to be in the $4,000 to $5,000 range for care. And that is on top of monthly rent. So does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Brando, is the Cadillac pink and a convertible?
I wish. No, yeah, it's a SUV Cadillac, and what's really funny, it was actually stolen, right, Darina? It was gone for like a month, and this has never happened before. And the police found it in San Francisco somewhere, and they brought it back. We were already talking about, okay, well, I guess it's time to buy a new car, you know, and we were all excited because we were like, maybe we should get a Mercedes or something, you know. So, but yeah, it's back. So we're excited to have it. I'm not sure why they stole it, because there's a huge logo on the side that says Oakmont. I'm not sure what these Daves were thinking, right? But we got it back. But yes, we do have a Cadillac. And what's really nice about transportation is that that's all included. So we take residents to their doctor's appointments. We take them shopping. You know, when things are back to normal, we have weekly excursions. And a lot of the things that I'm saying, just so you know, is similar at Cardinal Point. There's just some differences, but I'll let Darina kind of explain that. But we do take residents on weekly excursions. You know, so that means that once a week they're going to a restaurant, or they're going to an A's game, or they go to Napa, or they go to San Francisco. It's like a weekly field trip, right? Like, you know, field trips at school are super fun. They get it here weekly. How awesome is that? And they don't go to school. So I think it's a good deal.
Are meals included in the monthly, or is there a separate meal plan as well that they pay for? Like, can they choose just to have dinners, or do they get 3 meals a day? How does that all work?
So meals are already included in the monthly rent. So I think this is one of the differences between us and Cardinal Point, where you'll see Cardinal Point, they pretty much have full kitchens in all the apartments, right, Darina? Yeah. So for us, they have kitchenettes because we provide all the meals. There's a point system that Cardinal Points uses. So there's a little bit more flexibility with that at Cardinal Point, but we're assisted living. So, you know, essentially we do everything for a resident, and that includes all the meals. And by the way, the food at Oakmont is amazing, right? So that is one of the things that we're known for. I've literally had people move from other places because of the food. They tried the food and like, I'm coming here. So that's really exciting. So that, yeah. Any other questions around that? Anybody else? Any distinctions? I know it can be it can be confusing with assisted living, memory care, independent living, and all of these things, but it's really simple. And just so you know, our whole first floor is memory care, and our second and third floor is assisted living. So they'll stay in assisted living as long as possible, but if we think they need memory care, then that's when they'll transition downstairs. Janet, did you have a question? I think you're muted. I just saw you talking.
Unmute. Okay, sorry. I was unmute.
It's okay.
What's kind of the price range? I know that there's so many variables, but like, is it, you know, 5,000 to 15,000 a month? What's kind of the range?
So it starts at 6,000 essentially for any room. Technically, a room in memory care starts at around 5,300 a month. But when you add their basic care plan, which every resident pays, it's going to put you around 6,000 anyway. So, you know, that's really the starting point. And it can be more depending on what floor plan you choose. So if you have a 1-bedroom, for example, that's going to start around 8,000, not 6,000 for a studio, which there's a $2,000 difference there. And then we have 2 bedrooms that are going to be between the 9,000 and 10,000 range. And then you add on care, and that's where there's the variable, right? Because sometimes, you know, if a couple moves in, one spouse needs a lot of care and then the other one doesn't, or maybe both of them need care. So that just really depends. But, you know, I would say super high, it's going to be like if a couple is in the 2-bedroom, they're paying around 10,000, and with their care, they're probably like around 15, 16 grand a month for everything.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let me take you on a quick tour. I want to make sure I give Darina some time to share about Cardinal Point. So let me just share my screen here. Okay. So where did it go? There it is. Okay. So hopefully this works. Can everyone see pretty well? And by the way, just wanted to say that we have 61 units at Mariner Point. We have 28 in memory care, and in memory care, and then 33 in assisted living. So we're really small. So if someone's in memory care, it's really just them and 27 other residents or so, depending on shared rooms and some of those things. And then in assisted living, it's 33. So everything I'm about to show you here, it's really on a smaller scale, which is really nice for residents. So right now we are on the 3rd floor. So the way that we're designed is a little bit different. When you walk in, we have a small lobby, but a lot of our common areas will be found on the 3rd floor. And the reason it was designed this way was because of the water views. You know, the higher you go, the better the views. So a lot of the common areas are on the 3rd floor. So welcome to Mariner Point. This is my home. This is my community. I'm excited to show you around. So this is 3rd floor. You come out of the elevator, and right over here, this is our living room. So as you can see, super homey. As people tour, one of the comments that they'll say is like, it just feels like a big house, right? And that's exactly what we want them to feel. So as you come in here, this is the space where residents will have book clubs, or we'll have entertainers that come perform. We kind of move some things around, the couches around, and bring some more chairs in for some of those things, or they'll have happy hour, or usually it's just a quiet spot during the day where residents just sit down, chat, and just spend some time together. So let me just show you around here. We do have a partnership with the Alameda Library, so they do send us books, and residents are allowed to request any types of books, and they go through our activities department for that. So that's our little living room, and then right over here is our bistro area. So in the morning, residents are reading the newspaper here, grabbing some tea, some coffee. There's just some snacks here throughout the day. And then right over here is my fitness center. Residents are receiving physical therapy services in here. We don't have that on site. They'll either hire someone to do that, or their health insurance will cover that. But they usually come in here and work on that. And it's kind of funny because you'll see the TVs on this side, which is weird, but we did that because the view's better, right? It's better to look out the window than the TV. All right, so right over here, I will show you some photos because I can't go in here through this link, but this is our beauty salon, and that's our doctor's office, and this is our massage room. Yes, we have a massage room. Isn't that nice? So once we're all opened up, if you guys ever want to come, we have great prices, and you're allowed to come in here and get your own massage. So just so you know. Okay, so that is that one area. And I am going to show you another link now. This is the other side. All right, so this is on the other side of the 3rd floor. This is our beautiful dining room. As you can see, it's small, but we only have 33 residents that are eating in here. And we have open dining, which means that residents can come eat anytime that they want, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., kind of like a cruise ship. Food's always available. Just come in and order whenever you want. And as you can see, we have really nice views of the water from here. And we actually just got new carpet in here, but this is us. And so feel free to ask any questions if I'm showing anything around. If you have any comments, I'd love to clarify anything for you.
I loved your virtual tour photos and everything. That is really cool.
Yes.
And so Brando, it's kind of like a restaurant. You get to order off menu.
Yes. And it's the same way at Cardinal Point. You'll come in, sit down, a server will come. You have menus that will be presented. And what's really nice about our menu is that we have a seasonal menu that's available every day, but then there is a menu called the everyday menu, and that changes every day. So there's always variety. There's always something new. But if in the menu for the day, a resident's like, I don't like anything here, they can always go back and order from the seasonal menu from some of those staples that they enjoy. So that's always available. We provide wine with dinner, a glass of wine, always, any type of alcohol. And then also, yeah, I mean, and like I said, the food is just really amazing. So a lot of the things here are made from scratch. As you can see, there's a pizza oven back there, all made from scratch. Our pizza's amazing at Mariner Point. Maybe if you guys do a lunch here sometime, we'll have some pizzas for all of you. And yeah, just phenomenal. So I can't wait to be able to host you guys a little bit more so that you can try some of that. So right
How do
over
you
here,
work with, I have a question, Brando, sorry.
sure, go ahead.
How do you work with meals and people who have more meal restrictions? So do you have people who are vegetarian or vegan or other restrictions, and how do you work that into these menus?
Yeah, great question. So that is one of the things that we can do with our culinary program is we can tailor meals, you know, with their diet. So low salt, even puree. We do have residents that, you know, need that mechanical soft diet. And our chef is really amazing at that. And he's so good at making residents feel special, because sometimes they feel like I can't eat what everyone else is eating, but he'll meet with them and say, what do you like? I will put it in there for you, even though it's not in the menu, and make sure that they are receiving the type of service and experience that they really want, right? So that's really special. And we also have a resident council. So residents are giving feedback to chef about food, like, hey, we want to see more Asian food, right? And, or they can talk about activities. We want to see more of these activities, or some more of these movies, for example. So they have a voice when they move here, which is really important at Oakmont. We don't just do things our way. We listen to resident feedback and we shift and adapt accordingly. Great question. This is our activities room. So this is where, you know, residents have baking classes, they do wine and paint nights, bingo, bridge, all that stuff is usually happening in here. And I mean, obviously they enjoy a really beautiful view as well. Sometimes residents just grab a chair and just sit by the window and look out. And as you know, residents, I think this is one of the underrated things really about our location. Yes, the water is nice, but I think all of us know this, that seniors just like looking at people. They just like observing, like people watching, right? Like they can literally sit out that window and just look at boats go by all day, and they just love it. Or people walking by. And so it's just one of those little details that, you know, it's really nice about our location. So
Brando, another question. Are they able to like have family members for meals?
yes. And obviously not right now. That, you
Yeah,
know,
right. Yeah.
right. So right now, family members can visit, but they visit outside in the patio, and they can have a meal outside in the patio right now, but not in the building. But yes, when everything's back to normal, we love, 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 love having family. So one of the things that you'll know about Oakmont is we love hosting people. We don't care who you are, just come. Like Like it's just like an open space, like literally come. And so families are here all the time. When everything's back to normal, you'll see families here pretty much every weekend. And what I'm about to show you, this is a private dining room. So this is an area where families can reserve to have a nice dinner with their family, right? And this is already included with their monthly rent. So there's no additional fee for this. This is already part of what they're paying for. And so whether they have a birthday dinner or a family Friday night dinner, they just reserve this ahead of time, and they can order food from, our kitchen, or they can cater food in. Sometimes families will literally just reserve this room and they have crock pots, right? And they do kind of their own thing, which is totally okay with us. And if they need a larger space, we can reserve the activities room, right, for bigger families. So that's really nice. So we accommodate, but yes, we love having families here all the time. All right, so let me just kind of speed it up here. I want to make sure I give Darina some time. I'm going to go down the hallway here real quick. So we do have some apartments here on the 3rd floor, but most of them are going to be found on the 2nd floor for assisted living. All right, so what you see over here where the elevator is where I showed you first. That's where the living room and kind of where all of that is. We have our pharmacy over here. And then this is our cool movie theater. I love this space. Our residents love it here. So this is where they're watching movies. So we have 2 showings every day, 2 and 7 p.m. And there's a schedule of what the movies are for the week. There's a popcorn machine, so they love that. Right now it's open, so they're utilizing the space, but we're just kind of spacing everyone out during COVID. So that's just a quick overview of us. Let me just walk you through a few photos and then I'm gonna wrap up. Where's my photos at? Okay, it's over here. All right, so this is just to give you guys an idea if you're not familiar with our location. Located right by the open estuary, some walkways, pathways that you'll see, that residents enjoy around the marina. That's our living room. I wanted to show you the beauty salon because we weren't able to go in there, but that's our beauty salon. That's our massage room. Doctor's office. Here's our dining room. And then here's a few photos from our memory care. So I did want you to see this. So what I love about our memory care is they have this huge open space here, and there's these massive doors that just open up, and it's connected to the courtyard. So there's lots of light and fresh air. That's one of the comments that families say all the time when they visit memory care. It's like, there's so much light here. I love it, right? It's a really good thing. And it's connected with our courtyard. And this is completely secure. So residents can be in our courtyard without supervision because this is all secured. And there's our pet park. There's our other courtyard on the other side, which you can sit down. This is where we have family visits right now and some of those family meals. But yeah, that's pretty much us. Any questions on anything? Happy to answer. But
For your pet park, does that mean that residents are allowed to have a small animal, a dog or a cat or something else?
Yes, we are pet friendly. So just like a person is assessed, we assess pets before they move in. So we just want to make sure they're going to be nice to everyone. So yes, that's part of the assessment process, but pets are allowed. Even though we have that policy, we still don't have a ton of pets. Probably have like about 3 or 4 in the whole community, and they're all small dogs, and we have 1 cat. So it's not like, I understand the concern of people who don't want pets and they know it's a pet friendly, but it's never been an issue, even for those who don't want pets. So.
Hi, Brando. Sorry for another question. Do you have a picture of what the units look like?
Yes, let me see here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even show you that. Okay, so let me show you what a studio looks like. I forgot I had these other links in here. So this is the smallest room that you'll find here at Mariner Point. So as you walk in, there's a storage room here. This is the bathroom. Here's the shower, really easy to get in and out there. All right, and then this is the kitchenette. In some of the rooms, this is gonna look a lot different. So they have sinks, fridge, convection ovens, and a stove top. So just wanted to clarify that. And then this is what the space looks like for a studio. So like I said, this is the smallest space here at Mariner Point, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. And then there's the closet. And then I can show you. Here, let me show you this. All right, so this is what a 1-bedroom would look like. And then I'll let Darina share 2 bedrooms and some of those things as she has more of those. But essentially, this is what a 1-bedroom floor plan looks like. So this is the living room space. Thermostats are controlled in the room. That's a big deal for a lot of people. So they have central air in the room. They can control that. There's the bathroom. Similar, just a little bit larger. And then you have storage space, closet space all throughout the hallway. And then you come in here, and then that's their bedroom. So we have 2 bedrooms and some other variations, but just to give you a base idea, that's kind of what a room looks like at Mariner Point. So this is a 1-bedroom floor plan. And then the other one that I showed you is a studio. Any questions about any of this? All right, awesome. Well, I will let Darina take over and talk about Cardinal Point. And then at the end of her presentation, if you have any other questions about Mariner Point, more than happy to help.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me well? Perfect. So I'll go ahead and share my screen and introduce you to the sister property. Let's see. So this is where we are located. This is Oakmont of Cardinal Point on the right-hand side, and that is Brando's community, Oakmont of Mariner Point. Our community opened in 2006. We have 92 apartments. We are a 3-story property. We have 9 different apartment layouts. We range from studio apartment homes, 1 bedrooms, and 2 bedrooms. We have an outdoor pet park. We are pet friendly as well. So we have birds, turtles, cats, and dogs in the community. This is our front lobby. As you walk in, we went through a community remodel. So we got a little facelift last year. And I'll take you over. So this is the entrance, the double doors here. On the right-hand side, we have our business offices. We have a concierge services here. Our 24-hour bistro, fairly similar to Brando's property. So 24 hours refreshments, cookies, pastries, newspapers, fruits, and magazines. And then we transitioned to our living room area. Pre-COVID, we would have happy hour entertainment every week. Right now, we're transitioning into having performers come back, and we will be hosting them in the outdoor garden area. So that is what our living room looks like. Let's see. This is one of our game rooms. It's located on the 1st floor. Residents lead their own activities here, poker, Texas Hold'em. They're pretty big gamblers. We also have a movie theater on the 3rd floor. We show 2 screenings a day, 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. We have a resident movie committee. We have a culinary committee, finance. Our residents are very independent, and they're involved in a lot of the operations and how things run here in the community. As part of the remodel, we've gained this beauty here. This is our sports bar and lounge. It's fairly popular in the evenings. Residents host their trivia games, either resident-led or it's part of our activity program. And this is our dining room. Let me here. So as Brando mentioned, with the meal points, our community offers 713 meal points per month for each resident. We have a seasonal menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we have everyday specials. And we do accommodate any dietary restrictions, whether it's vegetarian, mechanically soft. We have a culinary committee where our residents meet with our executive chef, and they make suggestions whether they'd like to add items or remove items from the menu. And this is our lighthouse area. Have a great view, and that is Mariner Point. That's the sister property. Let's see.
So yours, one of the, as I understand it, one of the differences is is a CCRC where you actually like buy your apartment. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, that's one of the major differences between Brando's property and ours. We're a CCRC, but we're licensed as our RCFE, so we do provide assisted living services. So
Can you tell us what those acronyms spell out for, please? Because this is for everybody.
a CCRC is a continuing care retirement community, and RCFE is residential care facility for the elderly. Oops. Sorry, my screen just froze completely. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So with our community, residents can move in independent and, just post-retirement where they do not need any level of care. And as they age in place, we can provide services, whether it's medication management, shower with assistance with showering and things as such.
When might you recommend outside private duty like home care assistance provides? And how do you choose your referral partners?
So residents have options. They can use our care services that we provide here on site, or they can use an in-home care agency of their preference, or our health services director can refer them to a known home health agency that either families recommended to us or that we've worked with and such. Mhm. I'll just go ahead and go through the tour and just continue on. This is our private dining room. Residents can reserve this for special events. In comparison to Brando's community, we do charge for reservations. Here, residents can create their own menu and we can decorate it for any theme that they'd like. We also have a beautiful fitness center on the second level facing the waterfront. So this is for resident use as well. We have an outdoor swimming pool with a jacuzzi, a pool house, and a barbecue grill. Our swimming pool is open now and we limit for 2 residents per an hour and a half reservations. We also have a beauty salon. We have a beautician that works Tuesday through Saturday. All of her services are of an extra charge. She's a private vendor. We also have a massage room. We have 2 masseuses that we work with, and as I've mentioned, they have their own private service menu. We have a sauna. And this is our interior, our courtyard. So the double door that you see here, that is that goes to the living room and the front desk area. We do allow family and friends to visit right now, but they're limited to the outdoor areas. And this is what the courtyard looks like at night. One of the major differences between our communities is we are an entry fee community. We're like a country club where you're required to put down a chunk of money for your membership. So I'll show you what our price schedule looks like. Give me 1 second here.
You have a beautiful property. I love going there.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Both of you, it's a great spot. I said if I ever need to move into senior living, that's where I'm going.
Thank you. So this is what our kind of our price tag or fee schedule for our apartment homes ranges. So all the apartment homes in the community range by the size of the apartment home, so the layout and the location. So of course, waterfront's a little bit more expensive and everything out back's a little bit more attractive. The percentages that you see here is the repayment plan. These are the entry fees and this is your monthly rent.
And what does the 0 and the 50 and the 75 mean?
Those are your repayment plan options. So let me break it down to you. Let's say this is a 2-bedroom that you're interested in and you would like to move in. So let's say the more you would like to be returned back to you when when the resident passes away, the more you have to put down and the more you pay in your monthly rent.
Oh.
So let's say you choose the 0%, and I'll scroll down to the amortizing schedule. So at a 0%, you put down a lesser amount, and the full amount begins to be amortized in the duration of 5 years. So each month, the community absorbs an amount until the 60 months mark, 5 years is up, you do not have a refund. So you just pay your monthly rent. With the 50% plan, it's the same concept. You put down an amount, 50% of that, so the 224 is your refundable portion no matter what. That's locked in with you. The other 50% is the amortized portion. And like I've mentioned, the community absorbs an amount until you're up with 60 months. So you will only get that refund back. Let's say a resident passes away on, these are the months here, like on the 4th month. So the amortizing schedule will stop. The family will receive their 50% that they signed up to receive, plus this amount here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how our price schedule works.
I know you have to go, but can you show us a unit?
Absolutely, of course. And I'll send this virtual tour PowerPoint to you all as well. Let's see, I'll show you. See the Genoa. I'll show you our 2-bedroom apartment. It's a Genoa layout. It's 1,100 square feet. So this is the front entrance. You have a full kitchen with a double sink, dishwasher, a convection oven / microwave, an electric stove, and a full refrigerator. And then we go to our living room area. I have a little patio here. The apartment homes do not come furnished. If a resident likes a particular piece of furniture or decor, I can let them keep it. So this is the 1st bedroom. Some 2-bedroom apartments have a washer and dryer, as you see here, and a closet.
So they can have guests over. It's like their home.
Absolutely, yes. All the 2 bedrooms in the community have 2 bathrooms. The 1st bathroom has a bathtub, and the 2nd bathroom has a walk-in shower, as you see here. Beautiful walk-in closet and the master bedroom. Sorry about that. So that is a Genoa model.
So nice having a little balcony. Well,
Yes. So this is what it looks like. High ceilings, crown molding, very spacious. I love the arches here too. Any questions?
Wondering if you have a waiting list for these 2 properties.
At the moment, we do. We have 17 applicants on our waiting list. Because we're a one-driven community, our waiting list consists of applicants who are in their early stage research, or they want a particular apartment and nothing else. So we do. Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, just for Mariner Point, we have a wait list here at Mariner Point as well. But also, just like Darina, just because we have a wait list of people does not mean that they're moving in right now, right? So we can have an apartment open right now and still have 15 people on the wait list, but some of them may want to move a year, 2 years from now. So just always clarify that for families because they freak out when I tell them, I have 15 people on my wait list. Like, oh my gosh, well, nothing's going to be available. But, it's just helpful just knowing that distinction. So.
Thank you. Very good.
Sorry, guys, I have to run into an assessment, but I will send this virtual tour link to all of you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rena. If you guys have any questions about Oakmont in general, and even Cardinal Point, I'm more than happy to answer some questions. We work closely together, Darina and I. So I've sent her people, she sends me people. Sometimes, someone who needs memory care, for example, if they have a dementia diagnosis, they're going to move here now because they're not going to be a good fit for an independent living community.
So if they started over there, then they just transfer?
So it depends. So here's the thing. You can stay at Cardinal Point as long as you want to the end of life. If you have dementia, right, you can stay there, but the requirement is 24/7 care, right? Because it's an independent living community. It's not designed for memory care. So there are a couple people that do that. They're paying for Cardinal Point and they're paying for 24/7 care because they just want to stay there until end of life. You can do that. It's just really expensive. Most people, they'll transition over here. So I do have some residents from Cardinal Point. They're not trying to go anywhere, but whenever someone moves here, it's like a campus, right? So we can essentially tell someone once they retire at 65, you can stay here on this campus until end of life, right? We're not going to kick you out. You don't have to go anywhere unless they needed skilled nursing. Then that's when they would not be on the campus. But yeah, all the way through end of life. So.
And as far as skilled nursing, you could have skilled nursing come in or no? Like if I'm a resident
right
at Oakmont and I need some skilled nursing, can I hire?
So hospice can come in, but if you're requiring skilled nursing needs like that medical attention, then you're going to be at a skilled nursing facility.
Gotcha.
During that time. Most people, when they go to skilled nursing, it's temporal. They're not there for the rest of their lives. But this is their home, right? So if they weren't staying at the community and they were just at their house, the same applies. Like they go to skilled nursing, but then they always come back home. So yeah, good question. Any other questions about Oakmont, the move-in process, anything like that?
As we are getting to these new colors of COVID, yellow, this and that, are you guys going to open anytime soon, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, so we are pretty much open internally. So we have activities are back to normal. Movie theaters open. Dining room is open. We're spacing it out a little bit. Through COVID, we were doing tray service and we were doing hallway activities. So nothing really stopped. We just scaled down. And this is what has been in some way where Oakmont, I think, has been a little bit unique through COVID. Industry-wide, communities have hurt. So what I mean by that, they've lost tons of residents. People moved out, unhappy. Industry-wide, it went down to like 80%, whereas we were able to maintain high occupancy throughout all of COVID. In Mariner Point, we've been at 100%, which that is unheard of through COVID. I think there's only one other community in the area who's kind of close there, but it's because the back door is closed. People move in, they're really happy. They're not moving out. I didn't have one resident that moved through COVID. They did not move
Yeah.
out.
That
So,
definitely speaks volumes to how the administration is communicating with families, because I'm moving a lot of people out of larger communities
yeah,
because the administrators are just inundated with specific calls from family. They want that individualized. I want to know what's going on with my mom. I don't want that blanket email. So bravo to you guys. You guys are killing it.
Absolutely.
yeah. We have a great team of people. So, I mean, it's not just the marketing department, it's the caregivers, it's the culinary team, the housekeepers. Everyone comes together to create this excellent experience for our residents. So yay to them. They've done a phenomenal job. So been really blessed with that for sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for you and Darina for your presentation today, and the ability to see what goes on in your place, and how we have friends in Cardinal Point, so we know it's a beautiful place, and so is Oakmont. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sally. Thank you everyone for the opportunity. If you have any other questions, feel free to call me, email me. I'm more than happy to help. All right.